Conservative New Media viewers and JLin fans around the world, what's up? It's me, PFE, Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert, and we're here to talk about the Houston Rockets landing Dwight Howard and where things stand right now for JLin in terms of his future with the team. First of all, let me just say, I know a number of you have said in the comments that you were hoping I would make a video. Sorry for the delay. I was on a family vacation for several days, and I just got back tonight, Sunday, July 7th, 2013, here on the East Coast of the United States, where it is presently 8:04 p.m., which means it's about 8 in the morning on Monday, July 8th, 2013. In Taipei, Taiwan. I'm sorry, I'm pretty stuffed up right now, so my voice might be a little bit off, but let's get right to it. Look, this is huge. Houston getting Dwight Howard is enormous. There's a lot of spin going on in the media right now about what this means and what had happened. Spin means perhaps not the truth in terms of trying to make a event seem a certain way rather than what it really is. The reason why this event is being spun is because the Lakers got punked, basically. That's basically what happened here. And so many of the Lakers defenders in the media are trying to make Dwight Howard look bad because Howard decided to leave the Lakers. And that's something that has never really happened before in terms of a free agent in the prime of their careers leaving. Well, that's basically what Dwight Howard did, and he did it for $30 million less than what he's going to get in Houston, pretty much guaranteed. So this is a huge story, and it's a huge blow to the Lakers. This seriously hurts Kobe Bryant's plans to try to win any more championships. That's a different video. I might actually make a video about that and the Lakers with all this. What we care about in this video is how things are affected for Houston. Look, Dwight Howard is the best center in the NBA. He didn't play well last year because he was hurt. And honestly, he didn't get a ton of shots. But the truth was he wasn't healthy. And he hasn't been healthy for about the last year and a half because of a bad back. And he also had a torn labrum in his shoulder last year. Having had a torn labrum myself, I can tell you that's not a fun injury. It really messes up the stability of your shoulder. And it's not fun. If you're playing basketball, that's not that's not a fun injury to try to play through. Let me just put it that way. Okay, so Dwight Howard comes to the Houston Rockets. Now, Houston becomes pretty much an instant contender. You put Dwight Howard together with James Harden and Chandler Parsons, you have a very serious team. Are they the favorites in the West? No, I wouldn't call them that. They're not at that level yet. But this was a team that was already good. We know this team overachieved last year, as we've talked about. And, they were in the 6th seed in the positioning for the playoffs for a good part of the year. They fell apart a little bit at the end of the season, and they ended up with the 8th seed instead. But they're far ahead of schedule. And now you're adding to that team Dwight Howard. And that's massive. That's a huge upgrade if Dwight Howard's healthy next year, and there's no reason to think that he won't be healthy. So this puts Houston in the top 4 or 5 teams in the West. They're right there now, up there with the Clippers, the Spurs, the Thunder. So, I'm not going to say, I don't think they'll be ready to realistically take a run at the championship next year, just because it takes time for the team to gel. And if you're getting somebody as important as Dwight Howard, it's going to probably take a year to get things fully integrated. But after that, look, you never know. They could go on a great run next year. It can happen. But after that, I think they're absolutely going to be title contenders for whatever, the next 4 or 5 years, as long as this starting core remains healthy. So this is a massive power shift. And, of course, the Lakers are correspondingly less of a contender with the loss of Dwight Howard. I think the Lakers are going to have a tough time next year, depending on, we'll see how they round out the rest of their roster. But I don't expect them to be serious contenders next year at all. Okay, now, what does all this mean for Jeremy? You guys have heard all the same stuff that I've heard, which is, Jeremy's gone. First of all, Jeremy was going to be gone so they could get Dwight Howard. Well, that didn't happen. And then JLin was going to be gone with Omer Asik for Josh Smith. He was going to come in and join Dwight Howard. Well, that didn't happen. So it's looking better and better for Jeremy. Now, I just heard a rumor tonight. Some guy from, I think, hoopshype.com was saying, yeah, the Rockets are still trying to trade JLin or get rid of him. Is that true? I don't know. I will say this. Today's the 7th. Dwight Howard can't officially sign a contract until July 10th. So if the Rockets told Dwight Howard, look, we're going to keep trying to improve the roster. We're going to try to trade Omer Asik. We're going to try to trade JLin to get better players. Well, some of this supposed rumors might be for Dwight Howard's benefit. In other words, he's not signed yet. So you want to continue to look like you're trying to get rid of people and bring in new talent until you have Dwight Howard sign that contract. And it's not signed yet. So you don't want any second guessing by Dwight Howard. So I don't know that that's the case here, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's what's happening with some of these rumors and whatever. The truth is this. The truth is there's, because of Jeremy's contract, which is big, and because Jeremy was coming off of an injury last year, there's not a ton of teams that are going to look to take him on right now, which means Jeremy has a better chance to remain in Houston. Also, Daryl Morey, the general manager of the Houston Rockets, when he announced, after they went and met with Dwight Howard, the Houston Rockets, after they met with Howard in L.A., I think he said that Dwight told him that he likes JLin, that JLin's aggressive, and he likes him. So I'm leaning towards Jeremy remaining with the Rockets. I think that's what we're looking at right now. Honestly, there's just not that many guys out there right now, free agents or potential trades, that I think Houston's trying to go after right now. If anybody on the Rockets gets traded still, I think it's going to be Omer Asik, because I believe Asik has come out and said he doesn't want to be on the team anymore. And the reason why he would say that is he doesn't want to be a backup to Dwight Howard. He wants to go somewhere where he can play and be the starter. So I think if one person's going to get moved from the team, it's going to be Omer Asik. And if Omer Asik is moved, then I think the team's going to try to get a power forward. Now, if Houston finds somebody that wants to trade for Omer Asik that's got a power forward that Houston wants, Jeremy could be included in that type of a deal. It's still possible Jeremy could get traded. But the more every day that goes by, I think the likelihood of Jeremy being traded gets less and less. So if you want Jeremy to remain in Houston, I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. After the Dwight Howard's agreed to come to Houston, and with Josh Smith going and signing with the Detroit Pistons, I think now the likelihood of Jeremy leaving is significantly less. So I like it. Look, we'll follow Jeremy anywhere he goes. And I've always believed in Jeremy, and I am sure Jeremy can do well anywhere he plays. So, that's cool. However, I want Jeremy to play on a contender. and Houston is now a real contender. I mean, you have serious talent on this team, and it's young. And I would like it if Jeremy can grow with the talent and be part of the talent. I can tell you this right now. You know, having watched Dwight Howard with the Lakers last year, and I watched a fair number of their games, Dwight Howard made things much easier for Kobe Bryant. He helped Kobe in terms of getting easy baskets a lot. And the same thing will happen with Dwight Howard with JLin. In other words, Jeremy's going to get some easy baskets if he plays with Dwight Howard. The reason why this happens is, I mean, there's several reasons, but one of the main reasons for somebody like Jeremy, the way that it helps to play with a center like Dwight Howard is, when you drive to the basket, including on pick and rolls, which we all know Jeremy loves, the defender for Dwight Howard doesn't want to leave Dwight Howard to come help you on you. So if you beat your man, that big man on the other team doesn't want to go away from Dwight Howard, because if he leaves Dwight Howard, you're putting up a lob and Dwight Howard's dunking, and that's not what the guy wants. That's not what the defender wants. So what that means is JLin drives to the hoop, beats his man, he's getting open layups at the rim. And again, I can tell you this as a player, but I know this in just watching the NBA. If the defender has a choice between letting a guy have a layup and letting a guy have a highlight dunk, then he's going to give up the layup. And that means Jeremy's going to get a ton of easy baskets next year if he's playing with Dwight Howard. I mean, Kobe's easy baskets really went up last year. It was noticeable. And obviously, that will help Jeremy in terms of scoring. It'll also help a lot for Jeremy in terms of assist, because Dwight Howard can finish at the rim, and he can finish at the rim a whole lot better than Omer Asik can. He has better hands, and he's a better jumper. So, the assist number should go up as well. And finally, if Jeremy continues to improve his three-point shot, which we've seen and we've talked about, that's another benefit. The way that the offense worked in Orlando when Dwight Howard was the centerpiece there, it was an inside-out offense, meaning you dump the ball inside, Dwight Howard either goes one-on-one against his man, or else somebody comes and double teams him. And if somebody comes and double teams him, you kick the ball out to the perimeter for an open three-point shot. It was actually very similar to the offense that Houston ran back when Akeem Olajuwon was playing. And so if you play in that offense, it's something similar to what Houston did last year with their perimeter offense, if you can hit three-point shots, you're going to get wide-open three-point shots. So if Jeremy's able to hit the three-point shot with more regularity next year, I mean, his scoring could get a nice bump up based upon the factors I just said. More easy layups, wide-open three-pointers, and also the assists should go up because Dwight Howard's going to finish passes that you give him better than what the Rockets' other players could do last year. So, look, I'm excited. I won't feel comfortable until Jeremy's not traded. And look, again, if he gets traded, he gets traded. We'll roll with that. We'll move on. I don't think Houston wants to trade him. I don't think they want to do that, even though they might act like they want to do it in the next 3 days or so until Dwight Howard puts his name on the contract. So I think you might still hear a bunch of stuff, but in reality, I don't think they want to move him. And good. That's great. That's what we want to see. So, yeah, look, it's been an interesting offseason already. I love where Houston is. They're young. They're talented. They're excited. The fans are excited. I hope that Jeremy can be a part of this because I think it has a chance to be something very special. And I think he can contribute greatly to that specialness if he's just given the opportunity to do so. That's it. That's what's going on right now. That's what we know. We have to keep watching. And we'll just see what happens. We'll see if Jeremy remains. But right now, it's in a good spot for him to remain based upon what I've gone over and based upon that he hasn't been moved yet. And Dwight Howard has already agreed to come to Houston. So, okay, that's it. Your comments below. Thumbs up, thumbs down on this video. Once again, I am Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. Thanks a lot for watching Conservative New Media. We strive to be the #1 Jeremy Lin YouTube fan channel. I'll put information in the video description below the video player, so you can come and join the Conservative New Media Facebook group if you would like. We have over 2,500 members there and counting, and we'd love to have you come and join as well. You guys tell me what you're thinking in the comments. What are you feeling? Are you feeling confident JLin's going to stay? Do you think he's still going to go? So let's talk in the comments, and we'll take it from there. I hope everybody's having a great summer if you're in the northern hemisphere, or a good winter if you're in the southern hemisphere, where I know some of our viewers are in Australia and in South America. Yeah, I really enjoyed just commenting. I really enjoyed doing the Lin Google Hangout video, and I'm glad you guys liked it. That really touched me, and it meant a lot to me. So I'm glad I got a chance to see that and comment on it. So, all right, have a good night or good day wherever you are, and we will talk to you again soon. Take care.